I'm going to try to make this quick. 24 Bacon Street, Boston, Mass. 10 a.m. August 18th. There's a protest at about the Judge Rotenberg Center. I'm going to try to be there. It's not easy for me to get there because I don't have a car and I live in Rhode Island. So that's going to be a little bit of a challenge. Um, there has been horrible, horrible cruelty there. People strapped down and shocked multiple times, which thankfully they don't shock them multiple times anymore. They will only shock them once if they do something like wave their hand in front of their face or tense up or um, wet their bed, you know, or lots of things. Well, yeah, they of course they shock them for um, acting out and doing things that are aggressive and dangerous. But yeah, they shock them for the little things too, and they still do it. And when I went there and talked to Glinda, she didn't deny that they shocked them for minor things. And I'm talking about painful electric shocks with their electrical shock device. They have two different levels of electrical shock devices. Um, they're apparently very, very strong. They're not minor shocks. They're like 100 volts is the more minor one is like 100 volts. Um, I don't know if the stronger one is the same voltage. It might just be more amperage. I'm not sure, but they're pretty damn strong. And when I watched the news reporter get shocked by it, and I read Jennifer Masumba, you know, uh, about how she got shocked by it several times in a row, and she lost the sensation on her leg where she couldn't feel anything on her leg, and the doctor's like, get that device off of her. This place is still open. Yes, it is. Um, how? I mean, they don't do this anymore. Well, they still shock their students, but they don't shock them multiple times while they're on a restraint board. But what they used to do is they used to restrain them to the restraint board, and they used to have a certain amount of times that they would shock them within a certain amount of minutes. And they would just shock them over and over and over again as they would scream in pain, saying, please stop, and they would continue to shock them. How can people be this cruel? How can you shock someone and then that person say, ow, please, please stop? Shock them again, and for something like minor, for like running away, or these people are, I mean, it's got to be hatred. They must have hatred and anger towards these people, towards their students. This is not a place of love. This is a place of wanting to control. This is a place of hate. This is a place of anger. This place needs to be stopped. Um, all the abuse that's going on there, all the people that have cried out about post traumatic stress syndrome from being there, and this fucking place is still open. How can people be this cruel? How can you shock someone and then they scream in pain, and you continually to shock them over and over again because you're told, oh, you're supposed to shock them 5 times in 10 minutes, or I forget how many times yeah, like five. Yeah, I think that was about right. I think that's about what it said, because I remember it said about once every 2 minutes, right? 5 times. This one person was shocked. What was it, like 20, 30 times in several hours, over and over again, shocked for and tensing up and yelling while he was restrained. That's what he was shocked for. Uh, okay, they don't restrain them and shock them multiple times. They only shock them once. But they still fucking shock them for waving their hand in front of their face. They still shock them for all sorts of stupid shit. And that they're allowed to do this. And that's okay. And they're precursors to more danger, to more to worse behaviors. Yeah, wetting the bed is a precursor to a more dangerous behavior. Waving your hand in front of your face is a precursor for a more dangerous behavior. Look, I understand that we got to look at the positives in the world, and we do. And listen, I've been trying to write down at least at least 5 things I'm grateful for every day. I didn't today. I thought of several things that I was grateful for today. I didn't write them down. I should have. The day's over. Yesterday, I failed to do that. Because yesterday is over. It's 1:38 in the morning. And I'm making this video. I've been trying to stay off YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And I've been doing it for a while, for the most part. Until, I found out about this upcoming, the 18th. I found out about this upcoming protest. So I'm like, you know what? I got to check this out. I got to go on here. And then, of course, I get to looking at JRC and all their horrible abuse. And, I'm currently talking with someone that has a child in JRC. JRC had custody taken away from her. Well, we don't know if it was JRC that did it. But come on, really? Yeah, it was fucking JRC that did it. JRC is known for having custody taken away from their prisoners, the parents of their prisoners. JRC takes custody away from the parents of their prisoners. The prisoners that are locked in their school, as they call it, they'll fight to have custody taken away from them when the parent, they'll fight to have custody taken away from the parent when they think the parent might pull the child out of the school. Now, I say child. They might not be a child. They may be an adult. But JRC is known to do this. They'll see that the parent wants their son or daughter to be taken out of JRC, and they'll be like, ooh, we don't want the parent to take their son or daughter out of JRC. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to fight to get custody rights taken away from the parents. Yeah, and I'm been in conversation with somebody that's in that exact situation. JRC is evil. It is evil and cruel to take custody away from the parents of a child just because you want to keep that child in your institution. That is evil. Take custody away from the parents because you want the parents' child to stay in your prison, getting shocked, getting abused. So, yeah, there's things I'm grateful for. I'm thankful for a roof over my head. I'm thankful for good food. I'm thankful for good water. I'm grateful for friends and family. I'm grateful, and you should be too, that there's good people in this world that not only help people, that risk their lives. There's people that risk their life to save other people's lives. They'll put their own lives in jeopardy to save somebody else. They will help someone because they want that person to be happy. They will be good to people because they want other people to be happy. They'll try to make the world a better place because they want to make the world a better place. I want to leave this world having done more to make the world better than I've done to make it worse. That's my main, end of life. When I die, when I grow old and die, I want to look back and say, okay, did I do more to help people? Did I do more to help people and make people feel good? Or did I do more to hurt people and make people feel bad? That's the main thing. That's the main takeaway. When I die, I want to look back and say, I've done more to help people. I've done more to brighten people's lives. I've done more to make people feel better. That's what I want. That's my goal. And I do, help people a lot. I help people a lot, and, You know, I'm good to people. Sometimes I feel like, you know, like, people, you know, depend on me too much or ask too much of me sometimes. But, I like, for the most part, I like helping people, as long as a person doesn't become, you know, asking me for this and asking me for that and be like, give me this, get me that. I don't like that bull crap, But yeah, I like helping people. I like, you know, I've been doing some web design stuff with my company, deltafoxdesign.com. Uh, some web design work for people. And, that's good. That's nice. Helping them with that. And they pay me money to do that. And that's a good thing. And, I try to be nice to people. I try to be kind to people. I say thank you to the bus drivers when I get off the bus. I try to use please and thank you. I try to be kind and courteous to people. So this is my video. And yeah, I told myself I'm going to stay away from Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube for a month. Yeah, okay. Didn't quite last that long, but I'm still going to be working on not going there on too much, not getting into the going through all the notifications on Facebook crap, not going through the looking at the recommended video, then looking at another recommended video, then looking at another recommended video, and spending lots and lots of time going through all these recommended videos. Although I do learn a lot from it, it's very time consuming, and I need to be spending my time on other things. But I wanted to make this video because I'm pretty angry. I'm pretty mad, but I'm trying to counter my hatred for the evil and cruel things that people do with thoughts of kind, loving things that people do. I'm trying not to focus too much on the negative where I get down and I get to the point where I say this world is shit. Because yes, in some ways it is, but in some ways it's wonderful, and in some ways it's great, and in some ways and in some times it is heavenly. Some experiences in this world are divine, are euphorious, are awesome, are heavenly. Yes, they are. And some things that people do are great. So I don't want to be all in the negative and get myself down over this. So I'm thinking positive too. But I wanted to say this, and I wanted to get my feelings out, and I wanted to make this YouTube video. So God bless you. Have a good day. I love you. Even the people that do these horrible, sick things, I have to love them too, because you're supposed to hate the sin and love the sinner. I don't understand why these people that are disabled in these programs, why they're being tortured by their caregivers. Why caregivers? Why do you caregivers? Why, if you're one of these caregivers, why do you do this? Why do you torture them? You get angry at them, so you want to torture them? Do you think it's right? Do you, put that out of your mind? Do you kind of, try to ignore the fact that you just fucking tortured these people? How do you sleep at night is the question. It's kind of what's that term? I forget the term, but it's one of those things that people say a lot. How do you sleep at night? But really, literally, how do you fucking sleep at night? How do you get through the day without thinking about the torture that you do to these people, and then feel sick over how you torture these people? These fucking people have PTSD. But yes, you got to look at the positive. You got to look at the people that risk their lives because of accidents such as fires and all this other stuff and all the good things in the world. But yes, this unspeakable cruelty. The world is not limited to the awesomeness and the greatness and the wonder and the ecstasy and the great heavenliness. It's also got the fucking hell in it too. It's heaven and hell both on this earth. They're both on this earth, okay? Is this hell? Is this heaven? It's fucking both, okay? There's heaven and hell both on this earth. We don't know what's going to come afterwards. You know, some people think that there's going to be like a heavenly realm where people realize their mistakes and realize what they've done wrong and then repent and live in a paradise. Hopefully we get there someday. Right now, we're on this world. We're trying to make it better, and we're trying to stop these cruel things that people do. And I'm going to end it there. If you like this video, please leave a like. Thank you. This is Jacob Persico. Goodbye.